I'm 51 years old. I make a great salary, and my biggest regret is never having children.
So, in other words, all that sex and no kids, huh?
If you think so.
Well, you know, John, I use that line on some older friends who, you know, always boast about their conquest and have no children. And the one way to get even with them, if you are a man who's raised children, to say, wow, all that sex and no children, how sad. But why didn't you get married? Because you had too much fun? You had it too easy with women? What?
No, I put a lot into my career, a lot into what I was doing in life, and the pages on the calendar just slipped by.
So, in other words, you were so devoted to your career that you paid not that much attention to finding a woman suitable to be a mother, right?
Correct. I always thought it would just happen one day without a lot of effort, and it requires a lot of effort.
Oh, it's a full-time job. Particularly today, the women are not, you know, what they were 30 years ago. The women have become more like guys, thanks to the hags in the women's movement, and that's why the white race is dying. That's why they won't reproduce, because the women want to be men. They want to behave like men. They want to act like men. They've been encouraged to think like men, act like men, be like men. Consequently, they don't want to be women and they don't want to be mothers. So you could thank Bella Abzug and her cabal of witches for this.
Yeah, with the hat. Bella with the hat.
Yeah, remember her, that doll? That prize? Thanks for the call. Houston, Steve is on the other side of the line. Steve, go ahead, please. You're on the Savage Nation.
Thank you, Michael. I'm 35 years old, and I have dogs, and I'm not going to have kids. And I'm going to tell you why. I don't want my kids in schools getting indoctrinated with liberalism, Muslim sensitivity, homosexuals getting married, adopting kids. You know, I don't want to put them through that. The economy's bad. Why have another mouth to feed? But my main reason, Michael, I am very outspoken, just like you, about Obama and illegals and socialism. These people may come after me one day because I'm vocal. I don't want my kids being targets. So if they're going to come after me...
No, it's a very... Hey, trust me, your thoughts are all rational. But let me say this, Steve. It's exactly men like you who need to have children. You're the exact kind of father that we need in this country. And let me explain something to you. Tell me when in history it has been easy to have children. Tell me when in history your ancestors found it smooth sailing ahead, and they went ahead because it was so easy for them to have children. Where did your people emigrate from? What country?
I don't know too much about that. I think I have Irish, Swedish, a little German.
All right, whatever they were. So you're European, you're of European descent?
Yes.
All right, so what? At what age, what period of historical time was it ever easy to have a child? During the Middle Ages? During the plague? How come people still had children? In other words, there's some deeper instinct for having children than worrying about the society at large. You cannot let the communists scare you off from the gene pool. Let them scare themselves off from the gene pool. Dave, I suggest that you actually look for a woman, a good woman, and you link up with her, and you're going to become 10 times stronger than you are alone. That would be my advice to you. And I'm not a matchmaker, Steve, don't get me wrong. But I can guarantee you there are at least a dozen women listening to this show right now who would love to meet you, but I can't do that for a number of reasons. I once did a dating show when I was a local host where guys would call, then I'd put them up with the women. Actually, I had a marriage take place once. But there's too much risk involved because there's psychos out there, Steve, and I know you're not one of them. Thanks for the... You don't know who anybody is. No, I got to take the guy in there. Play the sitar music for a minute. I got to clear my head for a minute. Look what's on the website. Bare-chested Putin strikes a macho pose. Vladimir Putin has buffed up his action man image and raised the pinup stakes among world leaders with another set of bare-chested holiday pictures. At a certain point, I don't care how macho you are, you could do without the shirt off. I mean, I'm sorry. He looks like a tough guy, and I'm sure he is. But I don't care who you are. After the age of 50, your pecs start to look like your mother, not like your father. I mean, what are they? It's just nature that way. There's no way to fight aging. You could slow it down, but you're not going to live forever. That's why you may as well just give up. No, come on. That's a lot of people do.